blessing me right now.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Just wanted to give some information for the day. I wanted to give some information for the day because, you know, this is what we do. Hopefully you understand. If you don't, I apologize. That's on you. So yeah, we trying to get some understanding. But I gotta make sure I keep the guidelines so YouTube will send my video through. So it's kind of a belly flop, right? It's kind of a belly flop, right? So yeah, that's how I feel. If you don't feel how I feel, I apologize. What I'm gonna say is shalom to you, okay? I'm gonna say Shabbat Shalom to you. If you don't understand me, I'm sorry, I apologize.
And, you know, using the way the Most High has set up everything for here a little, there a little, in order to get understanding of what's been going on. The Most High is also giving us understanding as far as things that we don't have access to. The Most High is working in the spirit world to restore to us information, understanding. I know a lot of times I'll get some kind of understanding about something.
So the big homie going in.
World.
And then going in. I'm not saying I support
with more information.
This whole situation. I don't know. I'm just giving. I'm belly flopping. Don't think that I'm on this situation. Exactly let me see if I can find something right else, now. Man.
See, the church,
I'm trying to find some PDFs with it.
Christian church, they made it seem as if the spirit
the problem with why YouTube
doesn't move anymore.
I think that's the problem why YouTube keeps deleting my videos is because I'm not using these PDFs. I think. I'm not 100% sure yet. So I'll be trying to find PDFs. What's this? Oh, this might be something heavy. Let me see. Okay, let's get this done. Let's get a little bit of this. I'm gonna let the big homie go in for a while first, though.
Isn't working anymore. But see, the spirit isn't working.
Like I said, I ain't trying to be disrespectful to nobody or whatever.
So then it's very advantageous for them to teach a doctrine where it seems as if the spirit stopped talking at the end of the Bible. Because they never had the spirit communicating with them and downloading with them in the first place. And the ones who have the connection with the Most High, those are the ones that the spirit is working with. So therefore, these churches will be like, well, we have a monopoly on miracles. We have a monopoly on saying who the spirit's working with and who it's not. And if it's working at all. Because we're the abominable church and we have that kind of authority. So they've outlawed spiritual downloading, spiritual restoration, how the spirit can come in and give us information. They made that seem as if that is somehow evil and satanic. But that's what, the abominable church has been allowed to do. We're going to see some prime examples of how they've taken our information, hidden it, they read it, and they try to implement the things that they read on the left-hand side. All the while, they've made it seem as if This has nothing to do with us. So therefore, move along. Don't look at these books. Don't look at this information because it's not yours.
No disrespect, Big
See, they know that eventually we're going to be awakened,
big brother, but
and we're going
sitting
to be
and listen to this, I had
with our information.
I had to send something
with our
through,
understanding.
man.
We're going to be reunited with the Most High.
I said I wasn't going to post anything.
The Holy Spirit. Reunited with the angels. Reunited.
I said I wasn't going to post anything for a minute because I've been doing a lot of reading, right? It's very imperative that I read. You know, it's not all about coming on YouTube just because you have lips. So now I see that I have been appointed to do something, right? Didn't get it at first. So here it is now, finding out where I fall in line. Alright? But I do know it's the Most High working, and I do know that from my vibration right now, it can't be about nothing bad. Because I'm not even that, people know me, know that I don't do this. So, all praises to the Most High, man, that He has given me this, now I get it. Now I get it. I'm being called to do something, and now I'm doing it. I don't know where my part is just yet, but I'm doing what I gotta do. And let the big homie go in. Well, the reason why I said that is because I said that I wasn't going to post no videos for a minute because I need to do more reading, more research. Like, you know, right now I am a baby. I am a child at my new awakening because, you know, I know some things. I've researched things. I've converted, if you want to call them conversions. I've had my conversions, right? You know, I've had my conversions. I've learned different things, but now I see why the Most High did what He did. Now I understand things are coming together, they're piecing together, and I'm okay to, you know, because I've been through life, death, threatening situations, and I was always trying to figure out why did I get through that? How did I get through that? So now I know why I got through it. The Most High said, I got something that I need you to do. Before I transition, I got something I need you to do. All praise the Most High, man. The most merciful and the most benevolent. The Creator. I acknowledge Yahweh Shai. Okay. Our information has been twisted and tangled and flipped and flopped so bad that I've gotten to the point now, well, weeks ago, I was getting ready to stop everything. I was like, it's too much going on. First of all, you can't believe half the shit they tell us anyway. And not just that, us as a people, we're so fucking sick. We are so fucking sick that we don't really know what the hell to believe. We don't know what we're reading, you know, because it's so much finesse. It's so much finessing going on with the information. You got some that got the information and they're finessing it for capital gains. And you got some that's finessing it for souls. And you got some that's finessing it just because they just a narcissist and they can do it and because they get their willies off of just doing it. You know. And then you got the truth. So with me, my whole life, I've always been trying to figure out what the truth was about the Most High. Because it's just, I guess, I was one of these angels. I'm learning. I don't know what things my teachers know, but I bet you some things that I know that my teachers don't know. And my teachers, y'all know who y'all are, man. I ain't got to say no names. I'm not going to no names. Y'all know who y'all are. All I'm saying is, listen, man, I don't want no smoke. I ain't coming to no sideways. You know I'm ancient. I do know this. And we do know about the angels, back in that period. So, but some of us respected and understood the Most High. You had some of the angels were the do right angels. Now, we had the knowledge of if we wanted to really go there with somebody, but that's not our aim. Our aim is to give praise to the Most High and pretty much do what He tells us to do. And usually it's do rightness. That's what we usually do. That's what I do. I've always done it. Always, you know what I mean? So, you know. So, Judah, let me let my big brother go back in, and then I'm just belly flopping because of the day, and it just is what it is. It's a belly flop. I wasn't supposed to be doing no videos because like I said a minute ago, I went off a little bit, but because I'm learning right now. I am a neophyte. I am a neophyte. I'm not in no pastor mode just yet. I'm not in no, it's just me, sending my waves through while they sending that goofy shit through. While the hijack sending their bullshit through, we gotta send something through. Angels. So let me let the big homie go back in.
With the earth, see, as above, so below. As we get this reconnection with the spirit and the spirit world, it will manifest here below, here in the earth. So they see that we are getting our knowledge and understanding back. That is all part of this. They have our records. That's why, for so long, we used to get so excited when, they know who we are. Yeah, they know that we're Israel. Yeah, they know who we are. They've been knowing.
They always knew.
Not only do they know that, they know many of the deep, dark secrets that we have lost, that we don't have understanding about. They read about it. They make movies about it.
Yes.
These people are not able to come up with these things on their own.
Yeah, they can't.
They read the records that our people are scared to look at.
Yes, I agree with that.
So you're seeing these movies, like Doctor Strange, these Transformers movies, these movies, these Marvel movies. They've been knowing about us and putting this information out there in front of us. The Most High makes them do it so that when we reconnect with the Father, we start to realize, hold on, that's ours. This is ours. This has nothing to do with them. This is our information, our understanding. Remember, again, there's an exoteric information for everyone, and then there's esoteric information for a select few. We will share a little bit of the esoteric information in order for you to make connections. It's going to be just like the Bible. How you used to get here a little, there a little. See, Most High taught us that like at first, like we were in elementary school. This is how you read it. This is how you get the information. You don't just read it straight through. You're going to get a little bit here, a little bit there. We did that in the Bible to connect the Bible and make it make sense. Because our enemies for so long had made it seem as if, that's not how you read the Bible.
All praises to the Most High, man. All praises to the Most High, man.
You gotta read from the beginning to the end of the chapter in order to get the correct context of, what's going on. That was just a way for them to keep us from making the connections. Then you get to the other books, Enoch, Jasher, Jubilees, Testament of the 12. Then you start to make those connections as well.
Yeah, wow.
Then you start getting to the Book of Mormon. And you start making connections there as well. Here a little, there a little. That part of the story of the Northern Kingdom, that part of the story of the Southern Kingdom, that all starts to come together. Then you start getting into historical records, and you start to do a little here, a little there, because they've intermixed so many of their lies that you have to be able to pick out the parts that the Spirit leads you to. That's why you have his story. And as Brother Kudumeo says, mystery or my story. My story is hidden in his story. My story is hidden in his story. You have to have the Spirit to be able to pull out my story, the mystery. My story is a mystery. My story is hidden in his story. The mystery must be pulled out with the help of the Holy Spirit. Because everything, lies and truth, are all intertwined together. Now the Most High has given us more spiritual understanding, more of the esoteric understanding, as they say, the occult understanding, the hidden information. And one of the subscribers made a great comment. It was like, when our parents used to buy us Christmas gifts and hide them in the basement in order to keep us from going into the basement and finding those presents, they would say things like, the boogeyman is in there. Don't go down there. The boogeyman will get you if you go down there. El cucuy, as they would be saying in Spanish.
Oh, cucuy.
I said they would be using that, that fear to keep you from your presence, to keep you from your mystery or my story. All the while, see, they've been reading your story this whole time. They know the truth. They know how deep our history goes. They know about our spiritual connections with the Most High. That's why they had to outlaw spiritual things, spiritual understanding. So the Most High is definitely working with us and giving us knowledge and understanding. He's given us the knowledge and understanding to be able to get into these other books and pull out the meat.
Let's go. Let's go.
As we're going to be doing more videos, but you're going to see even today, when you get into, actually, you get past the Kabbalah is evil and this and that, and don't read this, and it's you don't need that for salvation, and it's like, hold on, you start to actually read the book, and you start to see they're referencing Israel, they're referencing Hebrews, they're referencing the Israelites, they're referencing Moses, they're referencing Noah, Abraham. All of our ancestors are all over these books. Their names are all over the place. And we're going to get into that in a little bit.
Let's go.
Why, if these are such satanic,
I haven't heard this yet.
Why are they always talking about our people?
I haven't heard this yet.
Why are they giving the hidden history that has not been shared with the rest of the world?
Let's talk about it.
See, the Father, it's not about just,
me, I got
being saved and salvation.
Two
we came
separate sides
from specific places in the spirit world, and we will return to those places. We have been sent here to fulfill a mission. All of us have different missions. the work that I do isn't for me to be saved. The work that I do is the work that the Most High has called me to do. So it's all about, I'm here to do the will of the Father. Whatever it is that He has me do, whatever it is that He wants me to do, that's what I will do. Let's check some of this information out real quick. Let's get into this one real fast. ISIS unveiled a master key to the mysteries of ancient and modern science and theology. And like I said, there's going to be some information in here that, hey, you gotta throw out. Some information in here that, hey, this is good. This is us. That's how you have to read just about every book. See, they've taught us that, all of it is correct or all of it is wrong. Either the Bible is 100% true, it's never been tampered with, or you got to throw it all out because it's all wrong. Another one is described as a comment, which is so true. And I picked this up in one of those old Star Wars movies.
That PDF
it says,
on there.
Only the Sith deal in absolutes.
Yeah, because YouTube don't let all my videos go through.
That's
so
how these demons are. They deal with
PDF.
All black people are this. All white people are that. That's how they oversimplify everything. Everything is an absolute. Either you're 100% saved because you said Jesus. If you didn't say Jesus, then all of you are going to hell. They deal in these absolutes. The Most High isn't like that. It's not always just all this and all that. Said, can we really know the Most High? I said, I'm not going to sit here and say the Most High, I shouldn't even say that, because I don't know how the Most High is, because He's unfathomable. But I know how these demons are, and they're definitely like, everything's an absolute. It's either all or nothing. Either you all love America 100%, and if you don't, then you hate America. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's all or nothing. It can be, it can't be like, America's done some good things, but America's also done some pretty horrible things.
Yeah.
And a lot of these, no, you can't bring that up. Yeah, that's how they are. Yeah. Let's check this out. We're kind of here in the middle, okay? What with the Catholics piling up their psychological phenomenon to prove the existence of a personal devil, and the Count de Gasperin, an ancient minister of Louis Philippe, collecting volumes of other facts to prove the contrary, the Spiritists of France have contracted an everlasting debt of gratitude toward the disputants. The existence of an unseen spiritual universe, people with invisible beings, has now been demonstrated beyond question.
Okay.
Ransacking the oldest libraries, right here.
Let's get this.
Okay. They have distilled from the historical records of quintessence of evidence. All epics from the Homeric ages down to the present day have supplied their choicest materials to the indefatigable authors. In trying to prove the authenticity
let the big homie get some shine
in the days preceding the Christian
era, y'all just kick back.
As well as throughout the Middle Ages, they have simply laid a firm foundation for a study of the phenomena in our modern times. Okay, so they went all over the place ransacking old libraries to get information. Whose libraries are they ransacking? When they came over here to the New World, you don't think they ransacked the libraries that were here? You imagine the amount of books and information that was here before the Gentiles showed up? How we kept meticulous records? They said they burned everything. You really believe that? This is going to show you that that's not what was happening. See, they're trying to prove one thing. They're trying to prove, that there is no spiritual stuff, and this is that, and all this information is proving them otherwise. It's proving otherwise. It's proving many of the things that many of the tenets that the church had set up wasn't working out. Wasn't true. Just like when they came over to all these different places, preaching that, the virgin birth and, and white Jesus, but they had already found out that all these different countries had already been exposed to those teachings from our priests that already went worldwide teaching everyone everything.
Mm-hmm. Like the Druids.
You see?
Uh-huh.
Let's continue here. So they were going around all these different places getting all this information. Okay? It says, thou art an ardent, uncompromising enthusiast de Mosaic, unwittingly transforms himself into the tempting demon, or as he is fond of calling the devil, the serpent of Genesis. In his desire to demonstrate in every manifestation the presence of the evil one, he only succeeds in demonstrating that spiritualism and magic are no new things in the world, but very ancient twin brothers. See, and that's what they've been trying to hide, that magic and spiritualism are no new things. They're trying to prove that those things are not existent. Those things are not true. Magic and spiritualism. The spirit world, getting spiritual downloads, being connected to the spirit. See, it wasn't true for them because the Most High put lying spirits over them to lead them astray. So for them, spiritualism wasn't anything, ancient because it wasn't happening for them.
Right.
But for us, our Father had been doing miraculous things, giving us, connections, downloads, giving us information, teaching us through the spirit world.
Yeah.
So in a way, this is true, but it's true depending upon your point of view, your point of reference. If you're a Gentile and you don't have the Most High's Spirit leading you, and you have lying spirits leading you here and there, then you're not going to see spirituality. You're not going to be getting spiritual downloads, spiritual information. But see, that's what happens with universalism. When you have universalism, you think everyone is in the same boat, is in the same situation. But the chosen, the Israelites, we were getting information given to us, just like when Moses in the burning bush.
And look, let me say this too. Some of us, man, some of us are so sick that we might not even catch it. And you might think that something else is going on. Because of the psychological trauma that we've been through. Especially like the older generation that has to receive these downloads from the Most High, and they might not even catch them because it has been so much damage through social media, through music, through life in itself, just growing up around a whole bunch of getting treated bad just because you are melanated. Period. And then on top of it, some people can tell when it's something about you that they really don't know what it is. And that's Satan. Because, whatever the time period that you're going through, what you're going through, whoever this individual could be, I'm just saying, you might not even know this about yourself. But because of the frequency, other people can read it. You might try to figure out where's the animosity coming from. It's not animosity, it's Satan being understanding who you are. And some individuals are so not in tune with the frequency that they're not able to catch it. They might not even know it through being psychologically damaged. Okay? Through the traumas of one's life, especially for the OGs, the, I'm going to say probably 50 and over, they really don't know what's going on, right? Especially with the years of being pumped something in your soul. You know. So yeah. But let me let the big homie finish, man. Let the big homie finish. So some people, it might take a minute for them to get it. You know, it might be, some people are really, really damaged, man. Some people are really, really damaged.
He had an experience with the Most High. He was given information and understanding. He was given a mission by the Most High. These things were not happening with the Gentiles. So then when he got that download, he got that spiritual information, then he was told to do certain things, and then it looked like when he went to Egypt that he was actually able to perform magic. The Most High was bringing the plagues. He was, flexing his muscle against the other nations. And see, the church is trying to show the opposite, that these things don't happen. Then if it does happen, it's the devil that's doing it. So again, in his desire to demonstrate in every manifestation the presence of the evil one, he only succeeds in demonstrating that spiritualism and magic are no new things in the world, but very ancient twin brothers, whose origin must be sought for in the earliest infancy of ancient India, Chaldea, Babylonia, Egypt, Persia, and Greece. So again, there's your little twist. Yeah, we know it's happening, but it starts in these places. Okay, whatever. We know how to just throw that part out. I mean, it's dealing with the Most High. Spiritualism and in magic, that goes along with the Most High's people. So yeah, we start making our connections again with the spiritual aspects. What do you think comes next? When we start making our connections with the spiritualism and the spirit world again, what do you think comes next? When Moses had his spiritual encounter with the Most High, what came next?
What comes next?
Did not the display of power by the Most High come next? So now you understand why it's like, don't look at these books. Don't look at this information. Right. This is evil. Because if we make those connections with the spiritual aspects of who we are, they know that the power is coming next.
Oh, okay.
This is all building up. And this is all being actually given to me right now. I didn't have this understanding before I did the video. But I have my Sharite stone with me. Sure. Praying the Most High just gives me the words and the information in order to share with you. And he's blessing me right now to be able to bring this to you. All praises to the Most High. Let's continue. He proves the existence of spirits, whether these be angels or devils, with such a clearness of argument and logic, and such an amount of evidence, historical, irrefutable, and strictly authenticated, that little is left for spiritualist authors who may come after him. How unfortunate that the scientists who believe neither in devil nor spirit are more than likely to ridicule M. Des Maizeau's books without reading them, for they really contain so many facts of profound scientific interest. Now, how many times do we hear this all the time, how people will critique or ridicule a certain person or books, and they've never even read them? That's what the church has done. Don't look at this. It's evil. You'll go to hell if you do. I'm going to go to hell for reading a book? Where's that in the commandments? I'm going to go to hell for reading a book. Superstition. Hiding you from your information. Hiding you from that spiritual connection with the Most High. They're only trying to hide certain people from the spiritual world, the spiritual connection. They're only trying to hide the Israelites. Psalms 83. All of them are Confederate. It wasn't just to keep us from our own names, Israel. also to hide us, keep us from the spiritual connection with the Most High. The spiritual connection, the spirit world, all these different things that we have access to that the other nations don't. That's how they kept us on par with them, by keeping us away from our power, keeping us away from the connection with the Most High. But what can we expect in our own age of unbelief? When we find Plato over 22 centuries ago complaining of the same. Me too, says he in the Eutherion. When I say anything in public assembly concerning divine things and predict to them what is going to happen, they ridicule as mad. And although nothing that I have predicted have proven untrue, yet they envy all such men as we are. However, we ought not to heed, but pursue our own way. Just because other people don't agree with the things that we say, even though they can't prove it wrong, we still must continue and pursue our own way. We're telling the people that we are the Israelites. We're telling people that, judgment is coming because of the way, we've been treated. We're telling people that if you want mercy, you need to cling to our Father. You need to follow the ways of the Most High. You need to cleave to the Most High's chosen people. We are being the light of the world and showing them how to return to the Most High, how to come back and repent and come back to the Most High. That is our job. But it's also our job to give more knowledge and understanding, to make the connections with the ways of our forefathers. And that's what we all have our jobs, we all have our missions. So again, a little bit of this. I mean, if it's Plato was talking about himself, who knows? But this is actually talking about our people as well. Because these are the things that we've been telling. This is what the prophets have been saying. They were telling the truth. They were giving, they would get spiritual downloads and they would go and tell the truth and the people would not listen. So again, but what can we expect in our own age of unbelief? When we find Plato over 22 centuries ago complaining of the same. Me too, says he in his Eutherion. When I say anything in the public assembly concerning divine things and predict to them what is going to happen, they ridicule as mad. And although nothing that I have predicted has proved untrue, yet they envy all such men as we are. However, we ought not to heed, but pursue our own way. We're not going to heed what they say. We're going to pursue our own way. We're going to follow the ways of the Most High. This is talking more so about the Israelites. Because we are living in an age of unbelief. We've been living in an age of unbelief. Okay? And when we talk about divine things, we're the ones that are talking about divine things. Okay? That's the Most High's chosen people's job. That's what we've been doing. And then what happens when we talk about divine things? We get ridiculed as mad. They think that we're crazy. Okay? So they got to throw a little Plato in there and make it seem like, hey, this is talking about us. This is us. These are things that we have to deal with. Same old, same old, same old. Now check this part out. This is really important, okay? The literary resources of the Vatican and other Catholic repositories
how they scare
of
us all.
learning must have been freely placed at the disposal of these modern trying to find this information. They got a chance to get into all these different books. When one has such treasures at hand, original manuscripts, papyri, and books pillaged from the richest heathen libraries. Whose libraries are these?
Heathens.
And of course, we're the heathen, right?
Yeah, we're the heathen, right?
We're the people that didn't have any books, didn't have any learning.
Right,
these guys are pillaging these books.
Yeah, we're the heathens.
See how they did double speak?
Right.
You can only read these 66 books. Don't read any other books. Don't go anywhere else. Just look at what we've given you. Yeah. While they have pillaged all of our books and have kept it for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Tell them again, bro.
Don't read that. That's not important right now. Only read what we tell you is important.
Yeah.
The Most High is telling us what's important. The Spirit is working with us to bring out more information.
Big brother going
because it's time. It's time for us to return back to the Father. And it's not just as easy, just, hey,
bro, I wish
I follow such commands, and that's it.
I'm giving you double props on this.
We know what we need to do
on my channel.
And we're doing that.
Yeah.
And the Most High is blessing us with that. And since we're following Him, He's blessing us with more.
You gotta let somebody hear this.
More
People might not have heard this.
He's connecting us with us spiritually. He said He's going to give, we're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. He's given us the knowledge back. He's given us the pathway for the knowledge and understanding in order for us to get closer to the Father.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, first, I'm going to be running to the Most High. Running to Him as much as I possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
So again, when one has such treasures at hand, original manuscripts, papyri, and books pillaged from the richest heathen libraries, old treatises on magic and alchemy, and records of all the trials of witchcraft, okay, the sentences for the same to rack, stake, and torture, it is mighty easy to write volumes of accusations against the devil. We affirm on good grounds that there are hundreds of the most valuable works on the occult sciences, which are sentenced to eternal concealment from the public. Again, we affirm on good grounds that there are hundreds of the most valuable works on the occult or hidden sciences.
Yeah, who got it?
Are sentenced
if it's
to
hidden,
eternal concealment
who
from
got it?
The public. But are attentively read.
If it's hidden, how y'all know about it?
Who have access to the Vatican Library.
Right.
The laws of nature are the same for heathen sorcerer as for Catholic saints, and a miracle may be produced as well by one as by the other, without the slightest intervention of God or devil. Okay? So, the main point right there is that we affirm on good grounds that there are hundreds of the most valuable works on the occult sciences, which are sentenced to eternal concealment from the public, but are attentively read and studied by the privileged, who have access to the Vatican Library. So, they just told you that they pillaged these books from the richest heathen libraries. This information, they didn't come up with it.
Yeah,
they got it from us.
Yes, the heathens.
The heathen libraries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's us.
Those
are our books. That's our information.
Mm-hmm.
They have kept it for themselves. And they read it. And they study it. All the while they tell you, don't look at that book. Don't look at that information. That's not for you. That's evil. Well, apparently, some people had this information way before they did. And they just went and stole it, took it, and kept it for themselves. And told you not to read it. Because ultimately, it's your information. They were not the originators of this information. The devil did not give it to them. They stole it from us. They're mentioned right there. They stole it. They books pillaged from the richest heathen library.
They stole it.
Now you know what's in the Vatican archive.
You're funny as shit.
They're not their information. It's not their information.
Right.
It's ours.
Yeah.
And sentence right there to eternal concealment from the public. Don't read any other books. 66 books only. That's all you guys need. You're not going to get these books. You're not going to get this information. You see that? And that's why the Spirit has to come back and give us this knowledge and understanding. Give us the the information, the understanding, and give us, the courage to step out of what is comfortable. Step out of what they've told us we can do. And trust the Most High. Trust to be led by the Spirit to get this understanding. It takes courage. It's very easy to stay complacent.
Yeah.
It takes courage to step out on your own.
We know nobody like us, because what we do.
Wherever he leads.
We just gotta stop fighting each other.
So I think this is actually huge information right here. Huge understanding that they got their books. That they're reading from a
what our
huge
ancestors
heathen
did,
library, the richest heathen libraries.
Now we gotta take it to the next
They
level
went
and
into
figure
Ireland,
out how we can start
took our
flying
information
again.
there. Got a hold of our churches, got a hold of our
This time
information.
we're
Kept
gonna
that
be right.
for
We're not gonna
Keep
be.
them here to the new
We're
world.
not gonna get
Got all
caught
the
up in
information.
not
I did
keeping the
videos a
code.
few years ago about how
We're not
the
gonna do
archives
that.
with the Vatican and Rome
Exodus
had
20
very
all
few
the way
books.
around
They
the
started
board.
going all over our land and taking over our lands. And all of a sudden, their libraries grew tremendously. Well, who were they getting information from? They didn't come up with it on their own. Remember, the Spirit doesn't go and download information to them. The only way they can get it is to steal it from us, because the Spirit works with us. The Spirit they said is illegal was the one that gave us our information. The one that they call the devil is the one that gave us our information. That they stole the books, they stole that information and keep it for themselves and read it themselves. This is what the Most High is now bringing out. He's given us our understanding that here a little, there a little. Look at some things they say, you know what, that doesn't make any sense. But you read the other stuff, we got the Spirit, they don't have the Spirit. They have spirits that lead them astray. So when they say they got all this information, where do they get it from? We got a Spirit that teaches us. Those who were, gave us all this book and understanding. They finally take us down. All of a sudden, their libraries grow. Very easy to understand what's going on. At the end, we know who we are. Now the Most High reconnect us back to our understanding. Reconnect us back to our spiritual understanding, our spiritual connection with the Most High.
That's right.
Just like He did with Moses.
Like He did with Moses.
Gave him spiritual understanding. Gave him a spiritual, the Spirit gave him his mission.
Sure
and
did.
He also gave him the power to complete his mission. These records were not given to everyone. Psalms 147, 19 and 20. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. He's not dealt so with any nation. So all these books that they're getting all of a sudden, all these heathen libraries and heathen documents and that they've pillaged, that's our information. This is why we can do this all day. I can go through scriptures and give you scriptures for this and scriptures for that. We understand this because this is our information. The Spirit is working to give us our knowledge and understanding back. So again, when you see, when one has such treasures at hand, original manuscripts, we were the originators of these manuscripts, papyri, and books pillaged from the richest heathen libraries. Right there, richest heathen libraries. Our people. Now, what do they always say? Oh, the Druids didn't write anything. Oh, the natives didn't write anything. Well, you're pillaging something. And you got all these books. And you guys read them for yourselves. You're not getting these from Hamites. You're not getting these from other groups of people. You're getting these from the Israelites.
Come on. Come on.
The children of light.
Come on, Judah. Come on, Judah. Come on, Judah.
What are some of the things they've been hiding? Remember now.
Yeah.
From Atlantis, the antediluvian world. They take out information. They give you these first edition books and they give you this information, and then later editions they take it out. Because they're hiding information. It says number 6 here, without Atlantis,
first time
how can we explain the fact that the early Egyptians were depicted by themselves as red men on their own monuments? And on the other hand, how can we account for the representations of Negroes on the monuments of Central America? Desiree Charnay, now engaged in exploring those monuments, has published in the North American Review of December 1880 photographs of a number of idols exhumed at San Juan de Teotihuacan, from which I select the following strikingly Negroid faces. They've always been trying to hide where they get their information from, where they get these books from, where they're getting these these books from these ancient libraries, ancient heathen libraries.
Yeah.
What do the people look like from these places? Here you go. But see, if you don't look at history, you don't look at other information, you won't see our stories everywhere. Remember, once you have that understanding, you'll find your story in all different books, in all different lands. And that's exactly what you're seeing. You're seeing our story written on, in books, and,